Welcome to Cyber Safety Net Stay Safe Online, episode 143. Should you disclose ransomware? Yes or no? My name is Anthony Germanos. I'll be the presenter today. And today I'm talking about Blackbaud, a company that is a cloud services provider for universities and nonprofits. They got hit by ransomware back in 2020, and their initial disclosure was a little on the sparse side. I'll be talking about that in a minute. I'm talking about ransomware today, and I should give you a snippet from dictionary.com and their ransomware definition. Ransomware is malware planted illegally in a computer or mobile device that disables its operation or access to its data until the owner or operator pays to regain control or access. And that is ransomware. Today's presentation is sponsored by my fourth book, How Hacks Happen. In How Hacks Happen, there are two personas. There's me, Mark, the good guy who wants to protect you. And there's Brad Cracker, the bad guy who wants to rip you off. Brad says hacking is easy, he likes the easy money, and he's good at it. And maybe you knew this, maybe not, but hacking is not illegal in some countries. That's right, not illegal in Russia, Iran, and North Korea. In fact, if you hack the rich Americans, even better. That's how they view the world. Back in episode 102, I introduced the CIA triad, or the confidentiality, integrity, availability triad. And today I'm talking about integrity, because this organization got ransomware back in 2020. They sent out a disclosure, but it was not complete enough. Seems they did not mention that the hackers gained access to financial data, including social security numbers. That did not get into the press release. Imagine that. Their integrity pretty much went down the toilet. For those of us who grew up in the Bill Clinton era, we learned that concealing an act sometimes is more costly than the actual act. And that's all I'm going to say about the Bill Clinton era. Let's go to the slideshow so I can talk about Blackbaud some more. Blackbaud is a cloud services provider for universities and nonprofits. Back in May, they got hit by ransomware, and they sent out a press release in July of 2020 disclosing that they had ransomware. But that wasn't thorough enough because they had to send out another disclosure in September. And this one said that the hackers gained access to financial data, including social security numbers. Seems they forgot to put that in the first press release. Imagine that. They got busted because last month, almost 3 years later, the SEC announced a $3 million fine because of the insufficient disclosure back in May 2020. So I hope this answers the question, should you disclose ransomware? And also answer the question, should your disclosure be thorough? Our Blackbaud friends learned the hard way that yes, it should be a thorough disclosure, especially if that involves financial data, because people get very sensitive about that. The FBI also has a few words to say about ransomware, and it's basically, don't pay the ransom. The FBI does not encourage paying a ransom to criminal actors. Paying a ransom may embolden adversaries to target additional organizations, encourage other criminal actors to engage in the distribution of ransomware, and or fund illegal activities. Paying the ransom also does not guarantee that a victim's files will be recovered. Because if you pay a ransom, you go on a list of payers. Then the ransomware publishers will come back to you with more ransomware and ransom demands in 6 months, 12 months, or 18 months. It's like the local pizzeria. You go in there to buy a pizza, you give them your name and your email address, and a month later, they send you an email with a coupon saying, come back and buy more pizza. You've already proven that you will buy their pizza. They want you to buy more pizza. Same agenda as the ransomware publishers when they see a list of payers and your name is on the list. They want to come back to you because you're a repeat customer. If you get ransomware, you document what you saw. You turn off your computer and you call the IT department. What you do not do is panic, because people make bad decisions when they panic. And you do not interfere with the computer guy. I've had multiple episodes when I was at a client site and then something happened to the network or the internet access, and people interrupted me as I was walking down the hall trying to get to the server room to figure out why the internet was down. Mark, why is the internet down? Mark, why doesn't this work? Mark, why doesn't that work? Well, Mark is trying to figure it out, but he can't because people are glomming me as I walk down the hall. Let the computer people figure out what's wrong and then get your business back in business. Also, you need a plan to recover from the inevitable ransomware attack. Back in February, I did some canvassing. I handed out a one-page flyer and did a little spiel. And I asked people, what would you guys do if ransomware hit your network? And I was amazed how many people said, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Well, the question, what would you do if ransomware got on your network, should not generate an I don't know response. You need a plan because it's going to happen. If you don't have a plan, give me a call. I can help you. You need a plan. Enough said. I know your time is valuable. I know there are other places you could have been, but you chose to be here. You chose to listen to me, Mark Anthony Germanos, tell you that if you do get ransomware on a network, you need a full disclosure, because something that's insufficient will come back to haunt you. Mark Anthony Germanos, thank you for watching.